Morgan with a snap. Back to throw. Pressure coming. Morgan knocked down. Football away. Football away and running downfield is Haskell Garrett. And he's going to take it in for his second collegiate touchdown.
We get so excited when Paul Keels gets excited like that. The voice of the Buckeyes. You just heard him there. Plays like that will certainly be welcomed, right? This weekend, the Buckeye offense also putting up some video game numbers during a 5-game winning streak here. So we clearly have Paul Keels with us because we're hoping the Buckeyes can get to win number 6.
Absolutely. We are so lucky to have Paul here with us this morning. So thank you for getting up early.
My pleasure. Glad to do it.
Waking up, see what we did there? All right, so you have your book here.
Yeah.
You wrote a children's book about Brutus, and you're going to have a signing tonight.
Yes.
That's going to be great.
Yes, the Barnes & Noble's on campus, 6 to 7:30. So hopefully it might fill some Christmas gift needs for some people.
Those are big stockings then that we're going to have to get. Can we talk about this game, though? Penn State coming to town, coming off a loss. You've seen it before when teams like that, Buckeyes included, we're mad. We want revenge. They want. How intense do you think this is?
2 losses in a row they're coming off of.
Okay.
You've got to anticipate that Penn State's going to probably play their best football game of the year. At least that's the way Ryan Day has talked about it. They've had some injuries, but they're a very talented football team. And if they have any chance of trying to get back into the race for the division, they're going to have to try and get this game to go their way. But Ohio State, as you said, Angela, they're playing so well. They're on such a roll. And we know how exciting it is when Ohio State plays at home.
We do.
And they're trying to really build that excitement up with this Scarlet the shoe.
Yes.
I love it.
You gonna deck out? You got your Scarlet gear ready?
Yeah, people will be able to hear the Scarlet on the radio. There'll probably be some Scarlet out there in the booth.
I love it.
Yeah, but you know, it should be a neat setting. I know that other schools have done things like this with these type of themes, and when it's a night game, and usually when night games don't happen that often. It really gets people excited for that kind of setting.
It does. So, Paul, you're really more than just the voice of the Buckeyes, right? 20+ years making those play-by-play calls. Do you sometimes feel like you know the Buckeyes so well now when you're up there in that booth? Are you sometimes saying to yourself, do this instead?
Not really, because you have to watch the game a little differently.
You do.
It's not like when you're sitting at home and TV watching it.
Where everyone else is yelling at the TV.
When everybody else is yelling, So no, you kind of get focused just on the game and what's going on the field. But you do, the really neat thing about all of this, Tracy and Angela, is a lot of these guys, when they're done playing and they come back to Columbus, that's where you get to know some of them. And that's where you start to, like some of the guys we have at the radio station on the other side of the building here.
Sure do.
Former players. And so you get to know some of those guys then. But now during the game, it's all about the names and the numbers and what's going on the field.
Right, for sure.
How do you think that the game has changed in the course of the time that you started calling the game?
Well, Tracy, the one thing that's changed a lot in recent years has been the transfer portal, with players coming and going, especially now the other good thing about that is the graduate transfer, where you can finish your degree and go and still have eligibility to play someplace, like what Joe Burrow did when he went to LSU. So, but the transfer portal has changed this, not just for football, but for basketball also immensely.
That's amazing. I know you have so many probably really favorite moments, right? Like when they're coming out of that tunnel, or you have the best seat in the house looking down at that field with all that stuff. I mean, do you have one favorite moment?
Probably I would say some of them when they've had big wins and the fans have been out on the field at the end of the game. In 2002 when they beat Michigan and basically earned a berth to the championship game, just to see the way people exploded onto the field. Some of them were buddies of mine that probably shouldn't have been doing that. Some of those crazy Cincinnati guys, Tracy. But
I called you out.
But when you see people really to be able to enjoy it like that, that's what gets to be a lot of fun.
Well, we're certainly going to enjoy your book as well, because it's a cute book about the story of Brutus Buckeye, right? How he went from this nut to a college, student athlete, and then his story of what? Perseverance?
Perseverance, and then, he gets to dot the I with Script, Ohio. So hopefully it is something that people will enjoy, and especially the little folks, that they'll get to enjoy it.
Nice.
That's great. Thanks so much for coming in.
Oh, no, thank you. My pleasure, ladies.
All right, you can meet Paul and get him to sign your book tonight. Where'd you say again? OSU?
Barnes & Noble on campus right there on the High Street.
Okay, he'll be there at 6 o'clock tonight. Go Bucks!
Go Bucks.
Here we go.